Hey y'all, this is XERiser. I made a previous video and the video was completely scuffed and fucked up, so I then made like a makeshift patch shit version of it just to get it out so that it was there for Goat Sneeze if it is beneficial to him, that he could check that out. But I also want to keep playing this Kraken Slayer build and see if it feels remotely good in any way. So I get to play another game. So that's what I'll be doing is hopefully getting a decent game, a reasonable game, so that I can test out that build, and then we'll just again go with that low elo concept. I don't even know where this account's at. It doesn't really matter. But we'll get that low elo gameplay so that it's applicable to the Goat Sneeze channel. Um, if it don't happen to know what that is, I was watching this series. I can't pull it up on YouTube now because it's uploading a video, but uh, it was a series. It's The Road to Silver. It's a new player. He's trying to learn the game, figure it out, and how to win and rank up. And so I just kind of been looking at his games, checking them out, seeing what the low elo ideas are, and add any potential help, if you will. So I'll progress this through low elo so that exactly what I'm doing is useful and beneficial to him in the same way. In this particular game, I want to test out Kraken Slayer because it just got buffs, and Belveth and Viego are just completely broken as a champion. They're just broken, and their item sets got buffed. The Kraken Slayer and Terminus, and so they are now just unacceptably strong. I'll put it that way. They are unacceptably strong. And so Shyvana, operating under the theory of an item delivery service, is going to be going Kraken Slayer. I just played Stridebreaker and I hated it. That item is just feels bad. The active feels bad. So I'm not going to be going Stridebreaker. Let's look up Belveth. Belveth. Okay. I am going to go. I mean, fucking literally anything else. Anything that's not Stridebreaker. It just felt terrible. Looks like we can go into Titanic, which is nice. We can do Bork. So I'm going to be looking at Kraken Slayer and Terminus with Merc Treads or Tabbies, and then we have Titanic, Bork, Death Stance, Wits End, oh, and Guardian Angel. That'll be the considered items for going into this game. Given that we have a Warwick, we likely will want an MR item with Tenacity. So Wits End looks good. I don't know what the rest of their team comp will be, but Wits End will be probably useful. Yeah, so it might be a Wits game. Malzahar R is going to suck. Swain slows on R are going to suck. And then the fear and suppression and healing through magic damage of Warwick, Wits End might be a good item. So I think we'll be looking at a Wits End for sure. Probably Merc Treads Wits. And then, of course, it won't be that bad in case we catch like an Olaf Axe. Then it also won't be bad there either. Oh, so for consideration, we'll be doing Kraken Slayer Rush into Wits. It's probably right. We could run that. So Kraken, Mercs, Wits, and oh, we don't get a Sheen item out of a Belveth build. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, Kraken Slayer, Wits, and then I don't know. We'll see at the game state then. But it might be Death Stance, might be Titanic, might be GA. Let me make sure I swap this over. Make sure it actually swaps over this time. That was the failure of the last time. So we're on the loading screen, and hopefully it will swap to the game when the loading screen is finished. And if it doesn't, then we will swap over to main screen instead of this scene. Okay, so we got the swap this time, which I don't know why it didn't last time. We're going to go blue. Blue Pokemon. I meant to look at what Belveth and Viego actually go for their Pokemon, but we'll just go blue. I could just tab over and look real quick. Looks like they go green. Is that right? Ah, that's okay. We'll just go with blue. Check award. We're going to W start. And again, low elo, we're just going to assume that Warwick is starting red for the double bot side leash. Not anything amazing or spectacular in that thought, just simply that it's low elo. They want the double bot lane leash, and he's going to path bot to top. So we are going to start our wolves and go wolves, raptors, stone bros, red, all the way back down to Grump, blue, scuttle, and then right back into the wolves. And then wolves up, and potentially look at grubbies. Same as the last game on the shitty video I had made. I'm going to do my best not to influence the lanes or go out of my way to outplay anybody or jungle track or abuse the better knowledge of the game that I have. We are simply going to stick to a very basic plan. Get big farm, show up on objectives with items. So we're going to get big farm, we're going to take our recalls, we're going to get our items, and we're going to show up as strong as is reasonably correct at the time that the objectives spawn. That's going to be our job. That's going to be our goal. We'll try to hit a nice clear here. Looks like Alawi's going through it over there with Olaf, but we're not going to worry. We're not going to bother with it. We have our own job and our own priorities, and compensating for bad top laners at 2 minutes and 30 seconds is not a part of our job. Oh, he got stuck on the wall. Come here. Okay, we are 3 minutes across, and try to get to this plant prior to 3:08. That's the timer from last game. It's not bad. On this particular build, I'm going to Q max. It's not the standard, and it's not the way that most Shyvanas play. It's just what I'm going to do in this game while I'm going with the attack speed Belveth build, is to try and just maximize getting everything I can out of my Qs. We're going to be using the E for the max health damage, but I don't think I fucking smited one single time there. Yeah, I have both smites. A true skilled jungler I am. Okay, and there's Warwick. I think you just come this way, bud. We're okay. And that's also why we don't bother with these low elo things. And there's nothing for him over there, so I don't know what his plans are. But that's part of the reason why we just simply do not look and do not waste time with this low elo stuff, is that Yasuo, did not come to me, did not make it advantageous in any way for our gank to be successful. I don't know what this goofball is doing, but again, this is low elo, so we're just going to assume that he is doing goofy, nonsensical shit. And that the Salawi is just going to continue to face check that bush. We canceled an auto there, but we still get the kill. And again, this is literally not our problem or our job. Alawi was safe, Alawi was out, and there was zero reason to be in that fight. That when he turned around and walked back, it was just not necessary. It wasn't something he needed to do to come right back into the bush where he knew Warwick was there. But that's why we can't spend all of our time trying to compensate for bad lanes. I actually want to be in here, yeah. Given that Warwick died and he's probably just running off doing something else, likely he should be bot clearing his camps. We're going to take this, and then we're going to go right into a recall. And we're going to look at Gromp level 6 Dragon. That's the plan. What did we want, Kraken? Okay, so we'll go Noon Quiver. I mean, I don't know. Let's just do boots. And oh, we're not going to get one of those. Yeah, that's okay. We'll wait for the pink. Got the pink. Moving out. And we're going to look at... Oh, he just did the dragon. So that's fine. It's going to be a 28 CS level for Warwick. So he's already technically behind. I simply do not know what he is doing here. Oh, taking my ground. It's fine. Okay, 40 CS now. We're just going to disregard that he took the crop. It's not really a concern of mine because he likely will not keep up over the long haul in CS. At some point he will get distracted. Out of tempo doing the dragon or something. We're going to do these. We're going to move into that scuttle that's in river here. And then we're going to do our Stone Bros and likely go into another recall. This probably isn't going to be worth our time, but if he moves... Okay, well, we could do this. Okay. Flash. And he can just walk this out if he needs to. We'll do this. We'll do our red. And looks like Alawi's doing Alawi things now. And our camps will end up being sequenced here. So we will take our recall, and then we'll go right to our blue and our gromp. And our dragon will be up at that time. See what we can get with the recurve bow. Okay. Then our camps are spawning, so we'll do our gromp, and we'll probably do blue gromp and then wolves, because then our 27-second timer will come up. And in 2 minutes, we're going to want to be here at the dragon. In 1 minute, we're going to want to be at the grubbies. So if we sequence our camps from bot to top here, then we can show up here about as strong as we could be. Mind you, we have 35 seconds. We're going to do Raptors. There's Warwick. We're going to check his CS, 52 to 74, and we have far more gold than he does spent. He has 875, 700, and 350, and we are probably close to 2,000. So about 1,000 gold in items ahead, and 1 full level. We're going to go ahead and move into here. Why aren't you dead? I guess we just get this. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the bush. I'm not sure where Warwick went to. Oh, there he is. This is something that we do want to fight. We don't want to go after them though. Make them come to us, because we are in every. We are the strong position here. Like, they cannot contest this, so we do not want to put ourselves in a position deep in his jungle where they might win. We just want to stand our ground here because realistically there's nothing they can do about it. And then we're going to... yeah, we might as well just take this pink. It's fine. We can ult out if we have to. And we're going to do... we're just going to go right into recall, right into dragon. We'll leave this up because we know that we're ahead. We can get our full Kraken. And we're going to pick up another pink, and we're going to head to dragon. Bot lane is recalling, which is very unfortunate. Mid is in a recall. Bot lane is in a recall. So we are going to go to dragon, but we are not going to ambitiously jump in there as if we are God in the dragon. But it's rather unfortunate. Yeah, so they just took it, which kind of sucks. I think we can just kill him, though. Maybe not. Again, it still doesn't have items, though, so he just wins currently. Just a little unfortunate, but... if he's here, I think we can ult him. Soon we will have wits, and so it won't be a problem anymore. We will also have... what is that? Mercs? Which is going to be our next buy is going to be Mercs. And ideally here, if I wasn't playing just this simple, straightforward game, I would immediately come and take all of his stuff. His stuff is now free, but I'm just going to go ahead and sequence my camps. And I'm going to have 800 gold, and I'm going to go get my mercs and just play a very simple and methodical game. Okay, and then we're going to prep wits and go on back out. Okay, so here we don't have anything up other than red, and that's a ambitious TP. This guy needs to watch Alois. He needs some Alois help. He needs... Alawi should be here, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, it doesn't need my help. I'll just go ahead and take this scuttle. Okay, we're going to give up that rift and just take his bot side. And if it's not up, then we're going to gank bot and take bot tower. Okay, we're going to shove out this wave and just take the tower out from under him. Made a reasonable attempt to allow Jhin to last hit that cannon. And we'll just take this tower down. Alawi is drawing a ton of pressure top, which as a macro decision, given that he's up there, we want to get as much value as we can down here. Because he's either likely to die or try to push too far and just end the game at 15 minutes, which isn't very reasonable, but it's fine. But again, we are not doing anything extra. He is legitimately just trying to end the game at 15. He's going to give up a massive shutdown. At some point, he's going to give up a shutdown. As just an observer, he's like, we are not going to go do anything about that. We could, like, we legitimately probably could just rotate in behind and end the game. But I wanted to go through this as like a normal game, not a freak season Alawi is just literally bulldozing his way to an end game. And they just FF'd. So GG. GG. I didn't even get to try out the build. I didn't get anywhere. Okay. Well, that's something. That's definitely something. Okay, and we accidentally promoted this account to Silver 4. But, whatever. Whatever. See how Alawi did. 7.5 is not bad. I mean, that's what that... Actually, like, actually, these guys are CSing really well. This isn't bad at all. It's just a good team. Yeah, so this is obviously Team Canyon. Like, it just Team Gap, but the premise is still the same. Oh, I gotta fucking swap this over. So yeah, 7.5 on Alawi. Yeah, it doesn't change our general premise that we want to farm 8.3 CS. Warwick is running around standard Warwick things, but he's 1-3. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And that's why this guy likely does not climb. It's not... this is an example of Team Canyon. But this game is not why a Warwick isn't climbing. A Warwick isn't climbing because he's 1-3 with 5 CS per minute. He was in my jungle at the top side. What did he do? He took Raptors. Was it Raptors? He took something from the top side. Oh, no, it was Gromp, bot side. It was just bot side Gromp, which he had no reason to know was up at the time that it was up. He was just wasting time to look, and by happenstance found it. So he's flipping 45 seconds of his time on something that may or may not even be there. Then he was topside in a bush. He was topside near my Raptors. He was topside again near Stone Bros. Just effectively wasting a lot of time. Where some games it works and he ends up 3-1. In some games it doesn't, and he ends up 1-3. And that's why this guy is likely a 50% bronze player. Not because of anything else other than some games his bullshit works and some games his bullshit doesn't. But that's no way to build a consistent platform to work off of. It's not a way to know that you can go into a game and rank up consistently because there's no consistency in his game plan. I talked about this in the previous video. Shyvana, as a low elo stomper, is not stomping games. She is playing correctly as a function of how the champion is interpreted. Shyvana is just known as a farming jungler. And so when people pick up Shyvana, they farm. But the difference is that everybody needs to farm. It's not that Shyvana is unique in acquiring 8.3 CS per minute. This is not a unique identity of Shyvana. It just happens to be how people perceive the champion. So majority of people who pick up Shyvana naturally end up farming. Whereas the flaw of a Warwick is that he should still be prioritizing farm. He should be getting his CS to get to his items, and when he has his items, it should be a recall and a buy prior to going to an objective so that he is as strong as he could be in that moment. Instead, he was fighting me one level down, and what was it, 1,200 gold of spent gold. I don't know how much he had in his pocket, but he had spent 1,200 less gold than me. Yes, he still wins the fight, or the fight is still even. So Warwick is very strong early, but that's where you end up just flipping games, where you say, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But if he finds a consistency in acquiring the gold through farm, finding plays when the plays offer themselves up to you and not just flipping and inting games for the opportunities, then taking that gold, going and spending it, then us meeting at Dragon, level 7 to level 6, and 1,200 more gold spent, where the fight is now even. The fight doesn't have to be even, and the fight never has to be fair. Warwick can just recall, buy items, show up at Dragon, beat the dog shit out of me because his champion is stronger. But he doesn't do that, and he's 1-3 with 5 CS per minute, and this is why he doesn't climb. Warwick as a champion identity, and when people pick up Warwick and say, I play this champion and this is why, they end up running around because the scent in the blood trail, and I go and I jump under towers and kill people because I can, and if I get in a bad spot, then I just heal my way out of it, and it's a little bit bullshit, but I'm really good at this, and it's not the way the game is played. Whereas Shyvana, being a low elo stomper, is not stomping low elo. She is just playing correctly, and so opportunities present themselves for free that she can take advantage of. Where it's not like Warwick can't do that, it's that Warwick players don't do that. And so that would be the difference. I think that's kind of it to say about this game. It's kind of just a giga stomp out of top lane with a complete team gap here. So there's really not much to go over other than sometimes this is your team, sometimes it's the other team. But if you are consistently in a winning position, then you're never the Warwick. You're never the Tristana. You're never the Olaf. You are at least, maybe like Malzahar here, at least you are still in a playable position where maybe this game isn't a winnable one for you, but majority of games, more than 50% of the games, so that you do eventually climb, you are in a winning position. Like Malzahar. Just Malzahar. Unfortunately, he got Team Canyoned. Riot Matchmaking did him no favors this game, but Malzahar, this particular player, is doing well that he will likely climb. Just off of simple observation of farm. That's it. So, that's that would be my interpretation of this particular game.